Hi, Virgo, welcome. It's Wednesday. Let's have a little moment together. I hope everyone's doing amazingly. If you're interested in booking a reading with me, you can do so only by emailing rubyreadstarot@hotmail.com. Okay, that's rubyreadstarot@hotmail.com. The only way to book a reading with me. So let's get into May. Can you believe we're already in the 5th month of the year? 2026 for you, Virgo, has definitely been a rush. Yeah, let's put it that way. Things needed to change and they needed to change quickly. This full moon in Scorpio was the initiation of the full embodiment of this system upgrade, of this transformation, Virgo, that has been taking place in your life. I don't need to say it. I'm sure a lot of people already are feeling this way, but the profound spiritual evolution that you're going through, the way that you are so sensitive to the energies around you, like the way you can look at someone and know if they're full of shit, like your ability to recognize patterns now, Virgo, is really going to higher and higher levels. This is something you've really got to be patient, and something that you've got to be really honest with yourself about, because there's so many times where we keep trying to go back to old patterns and old loops that just don't work for us anymore. And it's like, the more you're willing to trust in God, the greater intelligence, the more that you're willing to trust that the universe will play out in a way that is going to align with your purpose and function here, the more trust that you're willing to put in yourself and the more faith you're willing to live by, Virgo, I think you're going to find that there are pinnacles this year that you reach that you never could have even dreamed and imagined, right? Always be so grateful to our merciful creator. I don't even need to say it, but the more grateful you are, gratitude is a vibration that is encompassing everything, right? When you're in that gratitude vibration, what do you need? You have it all. So live in that vibration. There has got to be a big acceptance of who you are now. There's got to be a big acceptance of how the transition that's taken place now, Virgo, really is one that's leading you in a new direction in terms of jobs, partners, locations, mentality, the way you look even. Pluto goes into retrograde this month, and for you, Virgo, a period of adjustment. By the time we get into this full moon, this new moon in the sign of Taurus, I feel like the energy is going to be stabilizing a lot more. You'll have access to a whole bunch of new resources by that time also, Virgo, and this is an opportunity for you to really improve your security, financial, as well as being grounded and feeling safe. Be as practical as possible, but make sure you are enjoying all of life's pleasures, okay? Mercury, your ruling planet, is going home, sister sign Gemini, and this is going to make you feel so much more happier because the block that was on the circuit is now been released. It's been lifted. You're now moving at your normal regular pace again, and there is this amplified mental energy that is telling you stay active and be busy. This schedule of yours has got to be full, right? So I guess those are our messages from the right away. Bottom of the deck is the 5 of Cups. Let's call out these cards and then we will piece together a message. The first card that kind of jumped out was the Magician card. So there you are, as Mercury goes home. Your true abilities come through. That's the Ace of Swords. That is the Queen of Wands. That is the Justice card. There is this Emperor, Virgo, that is so on your ass. Like, come on. That is the Eight of Swords, and that is the Empress. And that is a Hierophant. I'm just going to put the Emperor and the Empress together because they belong together. There's no point in even like... This Emperor is crazy about his Empress, and why wouldn't he be? She's gorgeous. Look at that tan on her. All right, Virgo. Are you ready? Are you ready, Virgo? Deep breath in. Let all of it go. Virgo. Gemini goes home and you are happier that things can get moving again. Wherever it is that you may have felt blocked mentally, wherever it is that you may have felt a lack of resources, wherever it is that you were just stagnating and not really being able to put to practical use the magic that is so yours. Here you are, Virgo, with your... what's that word? With your mojo back. We call it mojo. With your mojo back, Virgo. With the mojo. Virgo, here you are with your mojo back. Looking sexier than ever. Really put into use those tricks up your sleeves and all of those resources available to you currently. Virgo, as above, so below. Okay, a negative mind never created a positive life, and you're so up there spiritually. You know the basics, okay? And right now really is that alchemist moment. It really is saying lock into your magic and trust your abilities to create and co-create the life that you know that you deserve. Be positive. Know, trust yourself more than anything. Right? And a lot of self-love has got to go into this magician energy, because if there isn't enough self-love, if there isn't enough faith or self-confidence, like, he's not creating shit. So right now you have this brand new job opportunity in front of you where you directly get to work with the Lord of the world to co-create what you know you came here to do. Now sometimes we have certain designs on our life and God might have a certain other design. And you know what? Sometimes you've got to surrender to the magic that wants to play out in your life. So work with God. And the best way you do that is by praying. However you pray, right? And praying is also another way that helps calm a nervous mind. So if there is all of this excessive mental energy while that Mercury is in Gemini and we're preparing for the Sun to go into Gemini season also, you have this opportunity to use that excessive mental energy towards locking in and having faith in yourself and knowing that it's always worked out before, and this time is no difference. The only thing is how you wish to observe and how you wish to look over this opportunity where you are being told take matters into your own hands, right, Hermit? Take matters into your own hands. Make the magic happen. As above, so below. You need to connect into eternity. And just because we're here, I personally don't believe in reincarnation, because I know that the possibilities of things to happen in this universe are like limitless. Why would I come here in a different form but come back to the same place to live out the same human experiences? Absolutely not. I'm gonna be on another planet in another form, hopefully looking like that lady from you know, that blue creature. Oh gosh, what's the name of that film? Total Recall? No, I don't even remember the name of that film. But you know, the one that sings. If you know who I'm talking about, put it in the chat box, please. But there is something about you going back to your past lives, which means the different versions of you that got you to where you're at now. And where you're at now is a spiritual evolution that maybe a lot of people weren't even expecting from you. You can create the kind of magic that you know is needed to bring back that pizzazz, that mojo, that real I can attitude. And you know what, Virgo? There's something about you being really triumphant. There's something about you being victorious. There's something about you really holding it down. You're winning. This is triumphant. Remain very focused on the throat chakra. Remain very honest and truthful about what's right for you. Speak the truth. Speak what's real. Do not fall for the okie doke. If you're here and if you're watching these readings, I don't think I can be obnoxious enough to get rid of the people that I know I don't want them to have this kind of information, because the kind of energy that I am channeling from, the kind of place that I'm channeling from, not everybody deserves to get there, right? And if you're here and if you're watching this and if you subscribe and like, then please know this message is for you, otherwise it slips through your fingers. What I'm going to say to you is, though, you are here. You're listening to this because you need me to remind you, listen, dude, wake the fuck up. There is something about you that is going to make an active change in the way that we're seeing the world, the matrix play out. You are that VIP. You are that 0.01%. You are that triumphant person who is going to fucking win this situation. And you know how I know that? Because you're taking matters into your own hands. And how long have I been here mentoring you all for? That's 8 years of my life. And I look younger and younger every day. Look at the kind of magic we're creating here, kids. Come on now. Get as confident and as cocky as possible. Because that wand, that little black cat, that little mascot, she's a doer. This Queen of Wands needs to be the creative, confidence, dynamic tenacity, that courage, that charisma, and that charm that you need to be embodying now that this full moon in Sagittarius and Scorpio is happening. Don't forget, May is that sandwich month of 2 full moons, right? So here we are at the beginning of the month, having just come out of that Scorpio energy that has led you to this massive transformation. That now, the next full moon that we step into, the full moon in Sagittarius, you're going to have to be embodying this. You know what came to mind? Witch energy. Okay, now some idiot came on the live the other day trying to insult witches or trying to say shit about witches as if that's an insult. Listen, son, there is a drop of blood from every single witch they burned in this at that stake within me. You don't come here and insult witches. Queen of Wands, Virgo, very much that witchy kind of energy. Now, who are witches really? It's the divine feminine embodiment who knows that she can create and co-create as she wants and she wishes. This queen in particular isn't sitting in a rigid grid of the matrix being told what she can and can't do. This is her world, okay? Everyone else is playing in her playground. And Virgo, I'm going to say to you, adopt this Queen of Wands, fiery, confident, tenacious energy of knowing that you can and you will, and everyone better watch. Justice card, card of Libra. There are scales that are being balanced out for you, Virgo, and there is justice that's being brought from a few scales that were really tipping in the wrong, worst kind of direction. But here you are, Virgo. You have this opportunity, if you wish, to take matters into your own hands and give yourself the justice you deserve by creating the balance that you know that you've needed in your life. Expect things to work out for you in the best way possible, but just make sure, Virgo, that this self-analysis paralysis blocked in one corner, who puts Virgo in, who puts baby in the corner? Virgo, you leave, you come and go as you please because you're the Virgo, right? We got other things to do. We got better things to do. I can't sit amongst the crowd and gossip and yap all fucking day long. No, I got stuff to do. Now, if you're here, Virgo, in this like binding yourself up, not allowing yourself to live freely, not allowing yourself to have all of the things that you want because for some reason in a past life, and I mean this lifetime, where you might have let some fuckeries be projected onto you and you let it sit and you let it grow roots and you let it destabilize you. Please know that this month is about stabilization, and there is something here where you're going to have to take off the blindfold and realize you were never stuck all along. It was what you were telling yourself. It was what you were saying to yourself. It was what you were doing to yourself. Binding yourself up by some imaginary threat that doesn't even fucking exist just because you want to sit in a vibration of misery. What are you doing with that? Why are you wasting this magic? Why are you holding yourself prisoner? Why are you holding yourself back? If I tell you right now, this is your movie. This is your movie. This is your movie. And I'm just an extension of your subconscious, delivering you a message that your subconscious knows you really need to hear right now. Listen to me. This is your movie. You create what happens here. Stop giving your power and authority away to bogus places. Understand that you're the only one holding yourself back. 1533 when I said that. Don't fall for the okie doke. This is your movie. How are you going to be a loser in your own life, in your own movie? Get rid of the limitations that you've imposed on yourself and really get used to the idea that you can have anything you want if you can imagine it first. If you can pray for it, and if you can have trust and faith that your prayers were heard. Hierophant, in Taurus season, those kicks that were kicked over, those cups that were kicked over, everything that you thought was lost, I'm not going to hide it, and I'm not going to downplay it, because I have done, because there's been a lot of people that have been uncomfortable about actually like being with the person design that you're meant to be with. And you know what, as a Virgo, I totally fucking get it. I love my alone time. I love having my space. I love not having to answer to anyone about where I am and what I'm doing. But the whole part, a part of life is embracing that we've been made in pairs. Everyone here has a pair that was designed specifically for them. And there is someone here, Virgo, you can't ignore the fact that this is the other part of you. And they won't let you forget that they're the other part of you either. Because there is a magnetism about them. There's a royal energy about them. There is so much power that this person is about. And they're pulling you in. Love. This is a romantic period of your life, especially now that Venus is entering Cancer, and those rose-tinted glasses, keep them on. Emotional support is what this transit is about. And you know what? Finally, there is a pairing here that really makes sense. And learning. And I don't know why, for a lot of people, this is a new phase within a relationship, a new phase within an existing relationship. And for a lot of other people, this is the right person that comes along and they're taking authority in charge, or they're just being so fertile and abundant, right? Let's get some goddess guidance messages. In terms of money, be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. That's Sekhmet. Leo energy there is strong. What else do we need for Virgo? For Virgo to know. Past life. This situation involves your past life memories. Again, for me, your past life isn't you being here as, I don't know, Nefertiti in the Egyptian. I don't believe in that. I'm sorry. There's so many other spheres and dimensions that we could be in. Why would we reincarnate here? When it says past life situation, this is this lifetime. But when you are someone different, okay? Someone from a lifetime where you were someone who isn't who you are now, right? This is someone from that time. Lakshmi, bright future. Stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. True love. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver Great love to you. Now, I don't know, some of you may have already met this person. Some of you may have just met this person. Some of you, this is the reinvention of a relationship that has been existing for many lifetimes. I just want to say that this true love phase, this phase of romance that you're stepping into, is so yummy, fulfilling, delicious, and so true, and so honest, and so real. Endings and beginnings. Virgo, this Scorpio full moon really was a bit of a close on the door of certain things so that you can release the old so that the new can enter. Compassion. Release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. So Virgo, there is some way that you may have to be a bit compassionate towards the person and the people that are currently surrounding your life, including yourself. So release judgments. Don't be projecting problems onto others or yourself. And I think focusing on just the idea of love and what that means to you and who you are and your light within. Inner wisdom, Athena. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. Virgo, there's certain action that is required of you, and I have a feeling it's got something to do with not only being compassionate and releasing judgments, but it's about accepting the endings and the beginnings that are taking place in your life right now. You know what to do, Virgo, okay? The fact that there needs to be trust in your inner wisdom, as well as you taking the appropriate action without wasting time, is such a big thing right now. It's saying, Bridget, don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. And that 7 of Wands is here also. So I'm going to say, listen, by the time Mercury enters Gemini, right? So after this new moon, once this Pluto retrograde energy has set in and everything's like the appropriate adjustments are being made and the stabilizing energy is in the air, and you know, Mercury is now running a pace that's comfortable for you, there is you needing to get into your confident, charismatic version of you, right? Now, if I know Virgo in Virgo's prime is literally bopping, you know, that suave, rico suave energy. And Virgo, I'm just gonna say, listen, whatever you set your mind to right now, if you do it with confidence, tenacity, belief in yourself, and a bit of charisma, you're gonna be triumphant in it. Make sure you're coming from a very balanced place, however. We're not tipping the scales here. There's no need for discrepancies. We're not accepting that. There is somewhere, Virgo, where you're going to have to surrender yourself from any imaginary prisons that you may have been put yourself in, because it's going to require a level of strength from you, Virgo, that you're going to have to summon from somewhere. You're going to have to. You're going to have to be really strong about this, because it is your strength. It is your absolute determination and focus to get this done and work things out that will make this right. Taurus season for you assures a bright future, and there are situations from this, you know, past life memories that involve true love that are saying to you, stand up in what you believe to be right. Virgo, I think that's what I have for you for right now. Email me to book a reading, rubyreadstarot@hotmail.com. All donations made to the channel are so greatly appreciated. Thank you everybody who donated. I would just like to be sending out a big energetic hug to every single one who's watching here. I love you so much. You're so capable. You are so making magic in the world right now. Please take yourself as seriously as possible and believe and trust that if you set out a prayer for everything to work out right for you, it will. Okay? Create your connection with the Lord of the worlds and create your connection with your own ability to make magic. Leave me a comment and let me know what you are making your magic on this week. Until we meet again next week, my loves, if not sooner. Mwah, 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 mwah. I love you. Have a beautiful week. Take good care of you. Have a good one.